Hello, welcome to this sixth activity. We are going to read, translate a few grammar structures that we can use and follow up questions. So we do 4 things. Let's begin right away. So number 1, double booking. Double booking. What's the meaning of double booking? And what is the meaning of reserved? Reserved, reserve, it has been put aside for someone, for a group of people. For example, at a restaurant or at a hotel, etc. So let's see, double booking. Double booking, we have a book. Double booking, reservation. So this place, it was reserved twice. Let's see the activity. What's the situation? You work for a small company which only has one nice conference room for meetings. You booked this room for an important meeting with a client today at 4 p.m. However, when you arrive at the room at 4 p.m., you find out that an employee from another team claims to have booked the room at the same time. Student A, you really need to use this conference room. Your meeting is important and it cannot be rescheduled. Student B, you also really need to use the conference room. Your meeting is important too, and it cannot be rescheduled. So what's the situation? Let's translate. So durum situation, durum nedir. You work for a small company which only has one conference room for meetings. So basitçe çevireceğim. Bütün durum. Kelime kelime çevirmeyeceğim. I'm not gonna translate word per word. Bir güzel conference room var. Senin senin şirketinde ve rezerve yaptın 4'te. Fakat başka bir çalışan o da onun bir müşteriyle rezerve olmuş ve diyorlar onlar bir takım diyorlar biz bunu rezerve ettik saat 4'te. So demek ki 2 kişi aynı saatte rezerve yaptılar bu conference room. So ilk kişi bu role play olacak. İlk kişi ne diyecek? Ne olarak konuşması gerekiyor? You really need to use. So gerçekten bu conference room kullanman gerekiyor. Senin toplantı, meeting çok önemli. Değiştiremezsin. Onun saatleri yoksa gün değiştiremezsin. So reschedule, change the day or time. Student B, sen de gerçekten burada kullanman gerekiyor. Senin toplantı çok önemlidir. Senin oda çok önemli da ve değiştiremezsin gün ve saat. So, which verbs, which grammar tenses can we use in this role play? First of all, let's look at which tenses have been used. And we can also try to use the same tenses, all tenses around it. First of all, here we have need to, which means we are going to use modal verbs. Modal verbs. You can add modal verbs in everything when you're trying to speak. So we are going to use modal verbs. We are going to use if clauses because you need to explain the situation. If I don't do this, this will happen because they say it's very important. So explain how important it is by talking about the consequences if you don't have this meeting, what will happen, etc. So we can use modal verbs, we can use if clauses, we can use the past because the booking happened in the past. So this can be present perfect. Present perfect. All right, let's look at the suggested phrases. Our meeting is extremely urgent. Yani bizim toplantı aşırı yoksa çok önemli. Urgent, önemli, acil. So aşırı acil, aşırı önemli. We booked the room 3 days ago. Yani bu oda 3 gün önce biz rezerve yaptık. Ya da there is no way we can reschedule. Yok, biz gün ve saat değiştiremeyiz. Yani bunu yapamayız. There is no way. Let's come to a compromise. Ya bir anlaşma yapalım. Compromise demek ki bu kişi diyecek tamam ben böyle yapacağım, sen de böyle yapsan o zaman anlaşacak. Bir ortak yol bulacağız gibi bir şey. So let's come to a compromise. Olacak. Evet. And lastly, we are going to look at some follow-up questions. After doing this activity, which questions can we speak about around this topic? Have you ever had a conflict or an argument with a coworker? So hiç, and have you ever had, ne demek? Hiç had a conflict, bu kalıp have a conflict, tartışma, ya da have an argument, tartışmak. So hiç bir çalışanla, with a coworker, hiç bir çalışanla kavga oldu mu? Kavga yaptınız mı? Have you ever had a conflict with an argument with a coworker? So işteyken senin bütün hayatında bu have you ever kalıp senin bütün hayatında hiç böyle bir durum kendine buldun mu? So have you ever had a conflict or an argument? So bu büyük kavga böyle bir şeyler birbirini dövmek anlamda değil. Sadece bazen sözler. Hayır ben böyle önce ben reserve oldum. Hayır. That's an argument. So you can talk about this in details. You can talk about how do you resolve conflicts? How do you resolve conflicts with maybe co-workers or with friends? Because this is a conflict that must be resolved. So we can talk about how can you resolve conflicts? What is the best way to resolve conflicts? So thank you for listening. I will not make this video extremely long. Time is very important. I will teach you one phrase before I finish this video. Time is of the essence. I'm very excited. Time is of the essence. Find out what it means. It's a very important phrase. All right, so thank you for watching. See you next time. Subscribe to my channel.